Hey everybody, welcome back to Let's Play Katamari Damacy. I'm Nai.
I'm Miko, and yes, we were going to try on some goodies, and then we were going to make another constellation, I think. And I said go for the scarf.
Yeah, I remember you saying go for the scarf. So we're still in redub mode, and will be for the remainder of the game. And we decided to go back to do Make Taurus. You'll recall that at the end of last episode, we went and found which cow is the biggest cow. It is the holy cow, who is in the village area right behind the giant Daruma, which you actually cannot see from this position. So, just a matter of making this happen.
But more so, you can't get to through the standard means.
Yep, I had to figure that out, which I will admit was a lot of fun.
That was sneaky. That was sneaky in the right kind of way.
But we'll get to that in about another 15 minutes or so. This level I had a lot of fun with. I think I commented on it last episode, but this level was designed just right. It's
a much better version of what they were doing with the bear level.
Yeah. I'm not sure how pleased I am going to be when we actually get to the cow bear levels in future Katamaris, but this level kind of did it right in giving me room to maneuver and enough stuff to build up while also, throwing enough cows on the ground to make it I had to pay attention to what I was grabbing.
Let's see, I played through Katamari, and yet I don't remember this level in the slightest.
It's, while well designed, after you unlock this level after the bear level. And I think that a lot of people potentially ignored it, because they saw what it was and went, oh god, not again.
Could be. I mean, I don't remember the bear level that much either, so... I just remember I remember the Make a Star levels, and that's kind of it.
I think the Make a Star levels are the ones that really made Katamari famous. I mean, you can play... the alternate levels in Katamari 1 are interesting, but they're not especially... they're novel, but they're not memorable, because nothing is... in general, special about them. Hi, pick up as many crabs as you can while also picking up everything else. Oh, so what you're telling me is this level is just Make a Star. Yeah, that's about it. This one was a bit different, because you have to pick up that one cow.
The level is over the minute you pick up this particular type of item.
So, I mean, people will remember the cow level, not because of the level, but because, oh right, that's the one that I kept on losing immediately because I couldn't see what I was doing.
That's the other thing, Katamari is not a lose immediately game.
No, not at all.
It's supposed to be a fight against time.
Oh, hey, look, there's a cow. There's that a cow pylon.
Okay.
Yeah, I got hit by the car. Yeah, people don't remember this. If you tell people, hey, that one cow level, people will remember it because it was that one cow level. If you, I remember I was having a hard time deciding if I wanted to actually turn this into a star or not. If you mention to people the polar star, nobody really remembers, but when you mention that it was that level that you had to get exactly 10 meters, people go, oh, right, that one. So it's... the levels are kind of like that. You don't remember them. I think, also, the other thing is, Katamari Damacy itself is however old. I forget what it is. It's 10, 15 years old.
Now, so.
Yeah. It's old. And I think part of the thing is people are remembering the latest Katamaris more than they're remembering this one. And,
just realizing how old this game is makes me feel kind of ancient now, which isn't good.
I was actually, I went to do my normal Friday DDR sessions this past week, and it's every Friday or Saturday after I get off work. I get off work at roughly 9:30 or so. I drive the half an hour to get close to home, and there is a arcade kind of near my home. And every Friday and Saturday, because they close at 11, I pop in and pump about $5 into the DDR machine, depending on exactly how much energy I happen to have that day. And which is fun. It's of the few things that I do every single week, that is one of them. I rarely skip it, and if I skip it, I have to either be feeling really bad, have some prior commitment, something like that. It's the thing that I do. Right. And unfortunately, this machine is not only old, it's I can't remember what expansion it is. I want to say it's like Extreme 2 or Supernova 1, something like that. I never paid attention to it. But I've been playing this particular machine for about 4 years. I know all the songs. Like, it doesn't matter. I know which songs I do like to play. I know which songs I don't like to play. And I go for fun. I don't really go for score. So, I play certain songs. I don't play other ones. And I don't really try to get better. I just go for fun. And every so often, there might be a regular around, or there might be someone who is, trying out DDR and is playing fairly decently. And so, it's usually fun when I go see those people, because it changes how I play. If I'm playing by myself, I tend to play really hard songs. I'll play maybe 3 games in a row, and I'm done for the night. Because, like, I play on heavy, so I play hard songs. I play 8s, 9s, and on occasions 10s, so I play the hardest songs in the game. I play singles and doubles, so I do everything. And it's not exactly a not tiring game. So, if I'm by myself, I'll play 2 or 3 games, playing stupid levels of stupid, and then I'm done. If there's someone else there, that forces me to take a break. So I will actually play longer, because I'm taking breaks between rounds. So, I actually prefer it when there is a regular there, because it means I actually take some breaks, and I actually take my time with it. That's a rabbit, man. And one of the regulars was there today, and he's a really cool guy. And one of the things I love about him is that he actually takes actual dance lessons. He's part of he goes to this, I guess it's a class down in New Orleans proper called the New Orleans Jitterbugs, which he has invited me to on multiple occasions, but I literally work anytime they have sessions. And he's very jazzy. So, like, he likes to play the slower songs. He likes to play, like, the songs that just have a lot more, fun beats to them. And on occasions, when he actually gets into a good rhythm, he actually will start snapping to the beat. So he's actively playing and snapping. Like, it looks so cool. He's also a lot better than I am. So not only is he doing that, which is impressive, but he's also actively getting high scores and things like that. So it's, it's impressive to watch him. So apparently sometime last summer is what he told me, he hurt his knee in some way, which, he said apparently the doctors took x-rays, did not see anything, so, he probably just twisted or something, or, something, but it's been hurting him. So he didn't want to come play, which is completely understandable. But he decided this past Friday that it was finally time to play. And so it was really interesting, because he commented that, man, we're getting old. It wasn't, man, I'm getting old. It's we, as in I was included in this comment. And I thought about that for a second, and I said nothing whatsoever. But I went, and it was, so he told me about this before my first game of the day. And the way I tend to do things is I tend to alternate between singles and doubles, and I tend to start out with a decently hard song for my first song to warm up on, with the understanding that I will pass, but I won't get a good score. But I'm going to do something difficult and get my heart rate up and actually start working at it. So, he's like, so I was looking among the 9s. So remember, difficulties in DDR are decided out of 10 feet. 9s, of course, being the second to last difficulty. There are not very many 10s. And I was already looking at the 9s, and he goes, man, what are you doing? And I said, picking a warm-up song. He goes, you don't pick a 9 for a warm-up song. But I picked a couple songs, tired myself out, and he goes, and so he commented again, man, and I was tired, and I was picking up a cooldown song to kind of gradually get out of it, so you don't have that like runner's cramp thing going on. Mm-hmm. And he commented again, man, you're getting old. And I was thinking about that, and I thought, no, you're only as old as you think you are. If you think you're getting old, that's where the problem starts. It was really interesting though, because I think he's around my age, so he's not older than I am by a very sufficient margin. So it's just very interesting. I think he was joking about it, but I think there's that certain point where people start thinking that man, I'm getting old, and that's when you actually start to get old. Once you have that thought,
I try not to have that thought. It's more along the lines of, good God, like there is a certain point at which you realize, I don't know that a lot of the times recently I'm entirely too young to be having a damn kids get off my lawn moments, but yet here I am, and that either implies that I am in fact getting too old, or those damn kids are getting too troublesome around here.
Quite possible. We haven't had that problem out here. I think the biggest problem we had was damn kids get out of our pool. Which, so, worthy of a story. This was a couple of years back, and it hasn't been much of a problem lately. But for those who don't know about how the house I live in is set up, this house was originally owned by a fairly wealthy family. They wanted to settle in a certain part of New Orleans, and they did. Which they liked the neighborhood, they liked how close it was to everything, and that was about it. So, they built a total of 3 houses right next to each other, all in kind of an L shape on a corner. So this is when I was trying to decide how to get to that cow. So see the cow down there?
Yeah.
So there's the cow. I don't think I thought I was big enough, though.
You didn't. Well, you saw that the cow, and that was the one you wanted, but you weren't quite ready to go for it.
Yeah.
And you didn't realize that was the way you had to go.
So they built these 3 houses, and then so one house is completely unconnected from the other 2, and the other 2, so they're kind of like 1 room deep, 2-story high, and 4-room wide houses, if you can picture that.
Mm-hmm.
So they're a decent size for a family, each one. And 2 of them have a pool between them, and then like a small courtyard around the pool. And then between the second stories of the houses, there's a breezeway that you can go through. We have like a swing on it and things like that. So they're nice houses. We live in one of them. The second one is owned by my uncle, and he's trying to sell it. And the third one is owned by some pot dealers. I'm not joking.
Huh.
Unfortunately, there's nothing we can do about it. Which is unfortunate because they do cause trouble. So, for a couple of years when we first moved in, this house hadn't been lived in. It was on the market for a while. So neighborhood kids would sneak into the courtyard to go swimming. And the thing is, the courtyard is surrounded by a brick fence. So the actual ways in are topped, or they're like wrought iron gates topped with spikes. So it's not very welcoming if you're someone who doesn't belong. Like, it's not meant to be that, because there is legal issues with some random neighborhood kid swimming in your pool.
Well, duh.
So yeah. So we had to deal with this for a while, and kids would come in, they would jump into the pool, they would get naked. They wouldn't be bringing clothes. They would just get naked, and sometimes would leave their underwear on the side of the pool. And some would climb onto the breezeway. Remember, you have to climb up. Like, this isn't just an easy thing. To jump off the breezeway, which is second story, into the pool, which is on the first story. So really just stupid kids. And we had a monumental problem there for a long time. The police would have to come around near our house and patrol during the days, during the summer, to make sure that nothing stupid happened. So for us, it wasn't damn kids get off our lawn, it's damn kids get out of our pool. Okay, so there's the cow. I was very worried about this because there's a lot of cows walking around. But I eventually was able to hit him just right.
You got him just within the last 15 seconds. It's a
cow! And so that's the holy cow, and we get a little bit of very unique comments from the king. Unbelievable. We've never seen a cow this huge. What is it? You're amazing. This is not any kind of cow we know. It's hardly an animal, this.
We have been surpassed.
We have finally been surpassed. You have surpassed your own father. This will make the finest Taurus ever.
Damn right.
We shall try harder. And notice it does say gigantic.
Yep.
So it's big. Okie dokie, folks. Well, that is going to be it for us this episode, now that we have finally gotten Taurus. There is a gigantic bear, but we don't have it. When we come back next time, I believe we will move on to the next Make-A-Star.
Yay!
See you guys soon.